Animal Diversity 1, Lecture 12, Multicellular and Tissue Level Organization. Today we will discuss about phylum Cnidaria, the body wall and nematocyst, alternation of generation, maintenance function, reproduction, classification up to class, further phylogenetic considerations. Here you can see multicellular organisms, body forms. They are radically symmetrical animals, no anterior or posterior, and terms of directions are based on the position of mouth opening. They have oral ends with the mouth aperoral and opposite to the oral side. Radial symmetry is advantageous because sensory receptors are evenly distributed throughout the body and respond to stimulus from all directions of the animal. They have the 9,000 species, mostly marine and coral reefs. Ecosystem is very common. Characteristics: they have the radial or biradial symmetry. They are the diploblastic animals having the tissue level organization, gelatinous material mesoglea between the epidermal and gastrodermal tissue layers. Gastrovascular cavity exists there. Nervous system in the form of nerve net and specialized cell called cnidocytes used in defense, feeding and attachment. The body wall. The body wall consists on diploblastic tissue level organizations. Cell organized into tissues that carry out specific functions. Derived from two embryological layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm gives epidermis, outer layer of the body wall. Endodermis gives gastrodermis, that gives inner body wall layer. Cells of the epidermis and gastrodermis differentiate into a number of types for protection, food gathering, coordination, movement, digestion, absorption, and mesoglea is the middle layer having their origin in the epidermis or gastrodermis. Here you can see Hydra and its body surface. Then cnidocyte is there. Nematocyst. Cnidocytes originated from epidermal or gastrodermal cells, produce nematocyst and used for attachment, for defense, for feeding. Nematocyst is basically the fluid-filled capsule, intracellular capsule enclosing a coiled hollow tube, and lid-like operculum caps the capsule at the one end. Cnidocyst has a cnidocyl modified cilium, that is, and stimulation of cnidocyl forces one open the operculum, discharging the coiled tube as you would invert a sweater sleeve that have been inverted, turned inside out. Zoologists have described nearly 30 kinds of nematocysts that is used in the food gathering, defense, discharge a long tube armed with spines and penetrate the prey. Spines are hollow and have tips deliver paralyzing toxin. Other nematocysts contain unnamed tubes that wrap around the prey or substrate. Still other nematocysts have sticky secretions, help the animal anchor itself. 6 or more kinds of nematocysts may be present in one individual. Alternation of generation. The two body forms exist in real life history: polyp and medusa. Polyp is asexual sessile attached to the substrate at the arboreal end and cylindrical body called the column, a mouth surrounded by food gathering tentacles. Medusa is dioecious, free swimming, shaped like an inverted bowl, and tentacles dangle from its margin. Mouth opening is centrally located, facing downward. Swims by gently pulsation of the body wall. Mesoglea is more abundant in the medusa than in the polyp, so that is jelly-like appearance. Here you can see the polyp and in the medusa. Then polyp will produce medusae and medusae will produce the polyp. Maintenance function. The gastrodermis of cnidarians lines a blind ending gastrovascular cavity that function in digestion, exchange of respiratory gases, metabolic waste removal, discharge of gametes, and through the mouth. Feeding. The food is consisted of small crustaceans, small fishes. Nematocysts entangle and paralyze the prey. Contractile cells in the tentacles cause shorten, draws food toward the mouth. Food enters the gastrovascular cavity and gastrodermal glands secrete lubricating mucus and enzymes. Food will be converted into soapy broth. Nutritive muscular cells will phagocytize partially digested food, incorporate into food vacuoles, and digestion is completed. And you can see tentacles and having the cnidocytes. With the cnidocytes, mesocyte will evert. Nutritive muscular cells are also present. Circularly oriented contractile fibers help move material into and out of the gastrovascular cavity. By peristaltic contractions, ring-like contractions move along the body wall, pushing contents of the gastrovascular cavity, expelling undigested material through the mouth. Here you can see intracellular and extracellular digestion. Extracellular digestion and then food particle will go into the inside the cell, and then intracellular digestion will complete it. Support and movement. Cnidarians derive most of their support by buoyancy of the water and hydrostatic skeleton. Water are body fluids confined in a cavity of the body and against which contractile elements of the body wall act. Gastrovascular cavity acts as a hydrostatic skeleton, and epitheliomuscular cells are contractile and aid in movement. Here you can see hydra, the beautiful hydra. When a polyp closes its mouth, contract longitudinal epitheliomuscular cells on one side of the body, and polyp bends toward that side. Cells contract while the mouth is open. The water escapes from gastrovascular cavity and polyp collapse. Contraction of circular epitheliomuscular cells causes contraction of a body and if the mouth is closed, water in gastrovascular cavity is compressed, the polyp elongates. Locomotion in polyp by the somersaulting from base to tentacle, from tentacle to base again, and move in inchward fashion. Base and tentacles as point of attachment. Polyp glide very slowly along a substrate while attached at their base, walk on their tentacles. Locomotion in medusae by swimming and floating. Water currents and wind are responsible for horizontal movement, swimming responsible for vertical movement. The contraction of circular epitheliomuscular cells, epitheliomuscular cells cause rhythmical pulsation of the bell, drive water from the beneath the bell and propelling the medusae through the water. Here you can see nervous system. Cnidarians have the nerve nets located below the epidermis near the mesoglea, interconnect to form two-dimensional nerve nets. Conduct nerve impulses throughout the body in response to a localized stimulus. Nerve impulse spread over the body depends on the stimulus strength. The more strong stimulus, the more impulse will spread. Here is a cnidarian nerve net. You can see. Continues. For example, a weak stimulus applied to a polyp's tentacle may cause the tentacle to be retracted. A strong stimulus at the same time may cause the entire polyp to be drawn. Sensory structures are distributed throughout the body. Sensory receptors are for touch, for certain chemicals located at specific sites on a polyp and medusae. Gaseous exchange through the diffusion, large surface area to volume ratio. All cells are a shorter distance from the body surface, so oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogenous waste exchanged by diffusion. Here is the respiration. So respiration is through the integument.